Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Marco and today we are back with more One Piece. I will be watching episodes 598, 99 and 600. So, Caesar Clown is definitely not a weak villain, man. I thought that he is all about the gas, right? I mean, technically, he kinda is, right? And perhaps now that Luffy and the others are unconscious, he has something to do with his gas powers, right? But the point I'm trying to make is that I heavily underestimated him. He has a 300 mil bounty, but as I said last time, bounty doesn't necessarily equals strength, right? It's the threat that you possess to the world government, but of course, strength can contribute to it. So it was certainly very interesting to see. Luffy grabbed him right and landed a few hits with armament haki, and I was thinking like, okay, this is going pretty well. Maybe the biggest threat will be how to get rid of Smiley, right? But no, Robin, Frankie, Luffy, they're all taken down by Caesar Clown. He somehow like made them suffocate, right? And Luffy is supposed to be resistant to poison, so maybe there is something else at play. So yeah, Smiley is basically sending pieces of itself towards where Luffy and the others are, and that's how he's planning to, I guess, change his position, right? He can't come there just by going forward because there is lag. So he's throwing pieces of himself and those pieces are merging. So that's pretty interesting concept as well. We got Sanji jumping inside of intoxicated water to find Samurai's torso. That was a really cool moment from Sanji, especially while he's in Nami's body, right? He's taking a lot of risk, but it goes to show you how nice of a guy Sanji is and that he wants to keep his promise to the samurai dude. And I guess Sanji and Nami are the only ones who don't have their bodies back. Tashigi and Smoker as well. Luffy was laughing his ass off when he saw them, and he even briefly clashed with Smoker. And I don't know, man. I feel like I remember when I was so like mind boggled about Smoker's abilities when we met him a long time ago in Lockdown, and I was thinking, man, how is Luffy gonna defeat this guy, man? But now with Haki and everything, I think that Luffy would easily defeat Smoker, to be honest, man. Love also is bleeding and laid down on the floor. He was going somewhere with Monet, and then this guy appears, who I think might be Joker that they keep mentioning. He said something along the lines, oh, how much you've grown, Love, right? So he knows Love from before, which is very interesting. I wonder what kind of power he possesses. I mean, taking down Law like that is not an easy task, man. Especially with Law's abilities, bro. So I'm really curious about that as well. Without further ado, let's jump into episode 598. Let's begin, guys. Alright guys, very interesting set of episodes. So we have the situation with Smiley. It didn't progress that much, right? But it's slowly transferring uh, his body towards the place where G5 soldiers are trapped right now because Smiley is surrounding them, pieces of Smiley, and the gate of laboratory, the entrance has been closed. And Caesar Clown has this diabolical plan to broadcast that to underworld brokers, right? So we saw the guys that came on Big Mom's orders to Fishman Island, the egg dude and the the lion dude with the funny eyes that rocked Caribou. So they were also observing that he has attention of some pretty big sharks. So it's the weapon of mass destruction, as they literally described it. And he said, like, the updated version from 4 years ago. So 4 years ago, when he killed a bunch of people, right? And when he saved Brownbeard's pirates, it's like it was only like the stage 1 of experiment or whatever, and now he's releasing like the updated version, and that was his plan, man. I really didn't realize that we are going to come to this point. He got children, he's taking them back to the laboratory so that they can get candies, the drugs, which is very frustrating. Can't blame Usopp and Nami that much. I mean, what could they do? First, they got saved by Brownbeard, that was kind of unexpected, but then they got blown up by Gastanete or whatever attack he used, the explosion, and it's confirmed that he can control the oxygen, the air that you breathe in, right? And he can literally leave you without it, which what happened to Nami, Usopp, Brownbeard. I mean, not Brownbeard, but Luffy and the others. So it makes perfect sense, man. Very, very dangerous fellow, not only because of his ability, but also because of his ability to produce the weapon of mass murder like that on such a large scale. So we have to stop that, otherwise we will have a lot of casualties. And also, to me personally, even more interesting thing is that Vergo dude that is the head of G5, and he covered up this incident about the missing kids, and we saw the poor parents trying so hard to make Navy do something to help them out, and they got beat up, they got insulted, disrespected, and they treat them, their missing children, like some sort of drag, right? Like, it's so disgusting and hard to watch, man, when you start and when you try to sympathize with these people, man. Like, imagine that something like that is happening to you, bro. I can't even imagine how frustrating, and I don't know, I have no words to explain that, man. They're so disgusting, and Vergo and Law were working, and Vergo is, I guess, still working, right, for Warlord Don Quixote Doflamingo. So we are finally getting to learn a bit about him. So he has alias Joker in the underworld, man. He is the most intriguing warlord, right? Him and I guess Mihawk are the ones that I'm most interested about. We also got to learn a lot about Moria, right? About Crocodile, about Boa Hancock. So Doflamingo is really interesting because he always seems to enjoy like chaos, and in Marineford he was constantly laughing and enjoying every second of it, casually cutting off horse's leg, casually cutting off Crocodile's head, but thankfully he used his power so he didn't kill him. Him getting those like special orders to kill Moria. Like, what the fuck? I know that they wanted to hush that incident on Thriller Bark as well. That's why they sent Bartholomew Kuma there, right? He came there, and they didn't want to let the public know that another warlord has been defeated by Luffy. So that's why they sent him there, like, to help him, I guess. So that goes to show you that they didn't really depend on Moria that much at first at all. So yeah, they wanted to get rid of him, and I do remember him being like, what the fuck, and he was being all bloody, he was getting attacked by Doflamingo. So Doflamingo is definitely on the stronger side of warlords, man. He definitely seems very powerful, and the balls on that guy to control the Navy soldiers all the way back on that like warlord meeting when they were discussing, I guess, who will replace, was it Crocodile at that point? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is, man. So yeah, pretty insane stuff, guys. And I do believe that he has bounty of even higher than 300 million. It was 300 and something when he got introduced. And also there was that scene when he was cutting was it those friends of Bellamy, right? That he... Wait, he killed Bellamy. That's right. I think he controlled one of the guy with the long hair to kill Bellamy all the way back in Mocktown, bro. At the very end we saw that, so that's insane. I'm really interested in Doflamingo a lot. So it looks like we are finally about to start learning more about him, and not gonna lie, I'm very excited about that, especially that there is Low a connection to him, that he was working for him before, so Low probably knows a lot more that he can tell us. So yeah, the Vergo dude seems very brutal, he seems like a dick straight up, other than that little gag with the fucking hamburger, and he was using Haki right to beat the shit out of Low. For some reason he has Low's heart, that's something that needs to get explained as well. So yeah, pretty interesting episodes. I like the Fox Fire style Hinemon. He is a very tall dude, and aside all the goofiness and right acting all tough and hating pirates, at the end he literally bowed down and was crying, thanking Sanji for saving him, bro. He is actually such a nice dude, and I like that scene when he cut literally through explosion and fire with one of my favorite OSTs, man. That was pretty badass, so I hope he finds his son as well and that we will rescue these kids, but yeah, it's getting pretty wild. I will end the video here for today. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please consider subscribing, leave a like, comment, all that good stuff. As always, check out my Patreon page if you want to see full and early reactions. I will be seeing you very soon with another video. Until then, take care and have a nice day. See ya.